Hello Capricorn, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your August Tarot forecast. As always, we're going to be looking at your love situation, your career and workspace, and we'll get you some universe guidance on how to best utilize the energies of the months. At the end, I'll post some messages from your personal interest to yourself. And right now, we're going to start with an oracle deck. Today, it's going to be the it's not the enchanted map, it's the wisdom of the oracle. They are coming from the same, sorry, somebody just sent me a message. They're coming from the same author, actually, Colleen Baron Reid. This is the classic. Hope you guys are doing well. I will actually read the message. Oops. It's all that glitters. Very much earth energy, I would say, but yeah, let's see, number 16. I just saw it. It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status, or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title of position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about the person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them, and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all that glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or the person? And of course, when we talk about the person, it's a figurative glitter, but you know, some people do come kind of like with titles, with a certain look, with that, and you can tell that they took care of the image, right? They came ready. There is a certain message that you're receiving just by looking at them, and even more so by listening to them. All right, yeah, let's get into the tarot reading. Let's see what we have for you, Capricorn. It's a very interesting month, and if we continue topic about making new connections or agreements, I'd like to mention that the entire month of August we're going to have Venus retrograde, so be very careful with starting or at least committing to new relationships, new people, whether it's romantic or otherwise. And also on August 23rd, it will be a start of Mercury retrograde that will last for 3 weeks. So again, you probably already know what that means, right? There may be difficulties with communication, or people may not be telling the truth on like all different levels and all around, or it will be harder for you to deliver the truth, right? So if you have any important conversations to have, it's better to do it before then. Whew. Okay, so we got King of Pentacles for your love life, Page of Swords, could be dealing with another earth sign, Ace of Wands, right? Somebody successful, we're just talking about that, so maybe it hit closer to home than I thought. For your career, we have the Hanged Man, you could be dealing with the Sag, Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords, 2 aces already, nice. And then the advice is Temperance, now the Sag energy, the Empress, Taurus of Libra, and King of Wands, and 2 Kings, 2 aces, pretty good. And we have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. So there is a big potential for you to accelerate yourself through the months of August, but it's not going to be by just putting in more hours or jumping onto an opportunity, whether it's with a person or professionally. It's going to be more about making smart moves. And of course, since you got this card, making sure that you're not just, how do you say it? You're not just following the bait that somebody left behind for you, right? That you're not just falling for something, for the traps that people have set up for you. Doesn't sound very good, but you know what I mean, right? Like, do your homework, double check, or at least give it some time to see that what people were telling you or the way they behave, that's authentic, that's honest, and you can trust it. Very good beginnings here with communication and action. So like I was saying, like there's a big but it's almost, I feel like with those aces, it's like the inception time, you know? So through the months of August, you will know exactly what you're supposed to communicate, what you're supposed to do. So like I was saying, you could be dealing with an earth sign or just with someone who is very successful in their public status, and it could be in their career, but doesn't have to be. Maybe they're a public figure altogether. They are successful, and you know it's not like they are successful for real. But you may also notice, and with this Page of Swords here, I'm getting that they may be paying too much attention to those layers of material wealth or public image, right? And it will be for you to figure out if they're really gonna stand with you through thick and thin, or that they're not gonna judge you for being otherwise inclined, right? Or to choosing some other priorities in life, right? It's like there's this big question on how much that passion can take you forward. For some, it's physical attraction. For others, it's kind of like this adventure vibe of like, ooh, I've never gone out with someone like that, right? But is that good enough to last long term? This is a question that is for you to contemplate and to answer this month. For your career, we have another ace, but we have the Hanged Man and Nine of Wands. So again, it's kind of like stalling energy here, but there is a little bit of fear there of making a mistake, of doing the wrong thing or saying the wrong thing. But it doesn't mean that you cannot do anything while you are in that mode of a pause or a contemplation of how do I want to place this, right? So again, this month, because it's retrograde for Venus and there's a bit of the Mercury retrograde, maybe challenging to get yourself to take in that action, but it's still important, even if you go for, like, naturally you feel like it's best not to rush with it, it's fine, as long as you still keep figuring out what the truth is and how exactly you want this to play out, when it's time to act, when it's time to say something, right? To have that difficult conversation with your boss, or maybe your subordinates, your partners, or maybe even a client, right? Like there's something you are dreading to uncover, to get to resolution with. With the advice, we have the Temperance, the Empress, and King of Wands. So you have two major arcanas here, beautiful energy, as well as King of Wands, actually, right? So it's basically a reminder for you that you are wise, you have what it takes to really shine, to really get to that successful level naturally, right? So during this time, don't worry too much about what other people think or say or do, or they will say or think or do about you if you go this way or you go that way, and think about yourself. What will help you really shine in this life, right? It can be material or immaterial, but it's important to reach for the big goals. Do not think about intermediate conversations or judgment that people may show you, right? Like, the sky's the limit for you. You can go as high as you want, as long as you're staying in that high vibe, I'm the Empress energy, right? Like, I'm wise, I'm fair, I don't have to chase anyone, I don't have to prove anything to anyone. Not in an arrogant way, but in a confident way, right? In a balanced way. Temperance is patience. It's like, I have the time I need for this. There's no rush. It's not like this person is gonna run away if I don't say I love you tomorrow. Or it's not like this job opportunity is just gonna disappear if I feel like I need time to do my own research and to decide whether I want to take it on or not. Then that's what I gotta do. Okay, let's see what kind of messages we have for you from your person of interest. Messages for Capricorn from their person. So we have like two parts that fell out separately. We have 1 cup and no. So I'm getting that your person may be trying to sacrifice their own interests and wants and needs to cater for yours. And not that you necessarily insisted on that or you asked for it, but they're doing it out of their own beliefs and fears. So they are kind of overdoing it to the point where they won't be able to sustain that much longer, at least emotionally. So be careful. Maybe there is a time for that conversation, at least if you have it before the 23rd, right? Or if you feel like it's not the time, then at least be mindful of that, be considerate of that they are wearing themselves out through everything that they're doing for you, and maybe a little bit through how they're hiding the negative emotions in your communication. And the second one is, second pair is I'm coming trust, and I know you from somewhere, 6 of Cups, right? This is the Magician, yeah. So they really feel like it's a very special connection that they have with you, right? And they definitely want to create this life for you that they feel is going to be worthy of the kind of beautiful person you are, internally and externally. It might take a moment because they want to get it right, and we already saw that that's somebody who is like, they have both of their feet on the ground. They're very practical and pragmatic in their ways. So there's a good way that there's a good chance that it's going to take a while because it's so special. They don't want to just copy what they had done before, or just ask their friends and do what they say, right? They want to be more innovative and creative in this space. Who can blame them? So lots of love and feeling of connection from them. As long as you keep the healthy communication on both ends, this looks very promising. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, check out readings for other placements: Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. I love you all.